The 15th of March, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, a day that would forever change the course of history. Julius Caesar, Rome's most powerful man, enters the Senate. Moments later, he lies dead, riddled with 23 stab wounds, brutally delivered by his closest allies in a plot that shocked the ancient world. But why did it happen? And what followed this ruthless betrayal? Welcome to History Loops, where we explore the pivotal moments that shaped our world. Today, we delve into one of the most iconic assassinations in history, the murder of Julius Caesar. From his rise to power to the blade of Brutus, we'll uncover the reasons behind his death, how it unfolded, and what chaos it unleashed across Rome. Julius Caesar was a military genius, a skilled politician, and one of the most influential figures in Roman history. After a successful conquest of Gaul, Caesar returned to Rome as a war hero and as a threat to the Senate's authority. His rise to power came at the cost of civil war. In 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, an act of treason to challenge Pompey, the Senate's champion. He emerged victorious, and by 44 BCE, he was named dictator for life. To many, Caesar was a visionary reformer. He expanded citizenship, restructured debt, and strengthened the empire. But to the traditionalist senators, the optimates, he was becoming a king in all but name, a tyrant. They feared he was dismantling the republic and aiming to make himself king, a title Romans deeply despised. Whispers of monarchy, the placement of his image on coins, and his refusal to rise for the Senate fueled the fears. The final straw came when a crown was offered to him, and though he rejected it, the symbolism was impossible to ignore. Romans had long despised kingship. Their ancestors had overthrown monarchs centuries earlier. Caesar's increasing power, his image on coins, and rumors that he might accept a crown during a public festival pushed the Senate's fears into overdrive. A group of around 60 senators, calling themselves the Liberatores, decided action had to be taken. Among them were Gaius Cassius, Longinus, and Marcus Junius Brutus, the latter a man Caesar trusted almost like a son. They believed that by killing Caesar, they could save the Republic. Their plan: strike during a Senate meeting at the Theater of Pompey on the 15th of March, the Ides of March. To them, Caesar's death was necessary to preserve the Republic. But what they didn't realize was how much Rome had already changed. That morning, Caesar awoke to uneasy omens and ignored a soothsayer's warning: beware the Ides of March. His wife Calpurnia begged him not to attend the Senate after a troubling dream, a vision of his death. Despite his wife's dream of his death, he brushed it off and arrived at the Senate meeting taking place at the Theater of Pompey. He believed he was untouchable. He was greeted warmly, but it was a trap. Suddenly, Tullius Cimber approached and grabbed Caesar's toga as a signal. The first stab came from Casca. Caesar, shocked and defenseless, was then attacked from all sides. He fought back at first until he saw Brutus. Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus? Whether he truly said those words is debated, but in that moment, Caesar gave up. He was stabbed 23 times. Only one wound, a chest blow, was fatal. Julius Caesar died at the foot of a statue of Pompey, the very man he had defeated in civil war. The conspirators expected to be hailed as heroes. Instead, Rome plunged into chaos. The common people who loved Caesar were enraged. Many citizens loved Caesar. He had fed them, employed them, and given them hope. Mark Antony delivered a fiery funeral oration, turning the public against the assassins. Riots and chaos followed as the Rome burned in retaliation to the shock assassination. The republic they tried to save, it crumbled. Caesar's grandnephew and adopted son, Octavian, later Augustus, used the fallout to seize power. He formed an alliance with Mark Antony and Lepidus to hunt down the fleeing assassins. A series of civil wars followed, ending with Brutus and Cassius unaliving themselves and Octavian becoming Rome's first emperor. In trying to stop one man's rise to monarchy, the assassins cleared the path for an empire that would last for centuries. More than 2,000 years later, the assassination of Julius Caesar remains a cautionary tale of power, politics, and betrayal. And remember, history isn't just about the past, it's about understanding the forces that still shape our world today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into history, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Was Caesar a tyrant or a visionary?